Imagine waking up above one of Asia's most futuristic skylines, walking through spotless streets, driving past spectacular architecture, and having tropical gardens, luxury malls, and a world-class financial district all within minutes. But why are people choosing Singapore in 2026? Is it the money, the safety, the architecture, the business opportunities, or something much bigger that makes people willing to pay the price of living here? Singapore doesn't look like a traditional financial city. It looks engineered for the future, where glass towers, vertical gardens, smart infrastructure, and tropical landscapes exist together in one incredibly organized urban environment. And beneath that beautiful surface is serious economic power. Singapore has built itself into a major global business and financial center, attracting international companies, investors, and highly skilled professionals from around the world. That international pull is enormous. Singapore's government describes the city as a global hub with strong business infrastructure and connectivity, while its population includes a large non-resident community of foreign workers and expatriates. But perhaps Singapore's biggest visual advantage is its architecture. The city doesn't simply build upward. It combines buildings with nature, creating a skyline that feels futuristic without completely losing its tropical identity. Gardens by the Bay captures this philosophy perfectly. Giant super trees, vertical gardens, and futuristic conservatories turn what could have been ordinary urban space into something that looks almost like science fiction. And Singapore has plenty of luxury. Penthouse apartments, waterfront residences, designer shopping districts, supercars, and private yachts reveal a city where wealth quietly blends into everyday life. Then there's safety. Singapore's highly organized environment is one of the reasons families and professionals can enjoy the city without the constant chaos found in many other major global cities. And moving around the city is another advantage. Singapore's public transportation connects business districts, residential neighborhoods, and attractions efficiently, while the city's roads remain remarkably clean and organized. But Singapore's beautiful skyline comes with a serious question. Where do people actually live? The answer ranges from futuristic condominiums and luxury penthouses to carefully planned residential neighborhoods surrounded by greenery. For families, Singapore offers another powerful attraction: a highly developed education system, clean neighborhoods, and an environment designed around schools, parks, transportation, and everyday convenience. Healthcare is another part of the equation. Singapore has developed sophisticated medical facilities and specialist services, making the city especially attractive to families and professionals who place a high value on reliable healthcare. But Singapore's biggest engine is still business. Global companies come here for its strategic location, skilled workforce, infrastructure, and connection to the wider Asian economy. And once you leave the financial district, Singapore changes again. Beautiful residential neighborhoods reveal tree-lined streets, modern homes, quiet parks, and a level of urban cleanliness that immediately stands out. Singapore's relationship with water adds another layer. Around Marina Bay and Sentosa, luxury residences, hotels, restaurants, and yachts create a waterfront lifestyle that feels surprisingly glamorous. And although Singapore isn't Dubai, luxury cars still have a presence. Exotic Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Rolls-Royces, and high-end European cars can be seen around the city's wealthiest neighborhoods. Then there's food. Singapore's international culture has created one of Asia's most exciting dining scenes, from traditional hawker centers to sophisticated restaurants overlooking the skyline. For luxury shoppers, Orchard Road and Marina Bay offer another side of Singapore. Designer boutiques, high-end malls, watches, jewelry, and some of the world's biggest luxury brands. Its location is another hidden advantage. Singapore sits at the center of major Asian trade routes, giving companies and residents access to enormous markets across Southeast Asia and beyond. But now comes the part that can surprise newcomers. Singapore is expensive. Housing, cars, restaurants, and premium services can cost serious money, especially for people determined to live at the luxury end. Cars are a perfect example. Singapore's vehicle ownership system makes owning a car unusually expensive, which is one reason the city has invested so heavily in public transportation and walkable neighborhoods. There's also the climate. Singapore is warm, humid, and tropical throughout the year. For some people, that's paradise. For others, adjusting to the heat and frequent rain takes time. Singapore is also famous for rules and organization. That creates the clean, orderly environment people love, but it can feel strict to newcomers used to a more relaxed approach to everyday life. And that is where Singapore becomes fascinating. It isn't trying to compete with Dubai on sheer spectacle. Instead, it offers a different form of luxury: efficiency, security, architecture, nature, and stability. Singapore's real advantage may be what happens behind the skyline. Its combination of finance, technology, logistics, and international business has created an ecosystem where ambitious companies can grow quickly. Technology is another reason Singapore keeps attracting talent. From digital services to advanced research, the city has positioned itself as one of Asia's most sophisticated technology and innovation hubs. Yet one of Singapore's most impressive achievements is how much greenery exists inside such a dense city. Parks, trees, gardens, and vertical landscapes appear almost everywhere you look. Then there's Sentosa. Just minutes from the financial center, the island offers beaches, resorts, luxury homes, restaurants, and leisure spaces that make Singapore feel like a tropical escape. And when night arrives, Singapore becomes dramatically different. Rooftop restaurants, glowing skyscrapers, waterfront bars, and beautifully illuminated streets create a city that feels alive without becoming chaotic. But Singapore's identity isn't purely futuristic. Chinese, Malay, Indian, and other cultural influences have created neighborhoods where traditional architecture, food, and customs remain part of everyday life. Education adds another reason families choose Singapore. Strong schools, universities, and international institutions help create an environment where ambitious parents can think beyond their own careers and plan for their children's future. For professionals, the attraction is balance. A demanding career can exist alongside excellent restaurants, beautiful parks, waterfront walks, modern homes, and an impressive collection of weekend experiences. For wealthy residents, Singapore offers something different from flashy luxury capitals. The wealth is often quieter, more private, and closely connected to business, property, finance, and long-term stability. But every advantage has a price. Singapore's high costs, limited space, and strict regulations mean the city isn't designed for everyone, especially those looking for cheap housing or a completely relaxed lifestyle. And yet, people continue arriving. Because for the right person, the combination of safety, opportunity, architecture, education, business, and lifestyle can outweigh the disadvantages. And Singapore isn't standing still. New buildings, greener infrastructure, technology, and ambitious urban projects continue reshaping the city, meaning its future may be even more impressive than its present. So the real question isn't whether Singapore is perfect. It isn't. The question is whether its unique combination of order, opportunity, beauty, and stability is worth the cost of getting in. Perhaps Singapore's real secret is that it doesn't need to shout about its success. The architecture, infrastructure, businesses, and lifestyle quietly demonstrate what decades of planning can create. So why are people moving to Singapore in 2026? Not because it is perfect, but because it offers something rare, a place where wealth, opportunity, nature, architecture, and everyday life have been carefully designed to work together. How do you feel about this video? Drop your comment and tell me how much you love Singapore. Subscribe to this channel for more city documentary videos. See you on the next video.